Hey guys, I'm Tom Furby and I play bass for Hillsong Young and Free. Today I'm going to go over my full live gear setup. I'll be talking through my synth, bass guitar, and my pedalboard setup. We're also including a second video where I'm going to be going in depth on how I use my pedalboard setup to get a range of different sounds. I'll also show you how you can use low-cost gear to get a professional sound. If you want that video, click the link below, enter your email, we'll send it right over. Over the years, my rig has changed a lot, but in recent times we've tried to make it as affordable and light as possible. Traveling with Hillsong Young and Free all over the world, a lot of people would assume I have gear worth thousands. In reality, my setup is very affordable. The reason we've gone with this setup is to make sure we can replace things easily should something break. Every time I would travel with my Moog, which is a $1,000 synth, I would get super worried about whether it would survive the trip. By using cheaper gear, I have a bit more peace of mind, knowing that if something breaks, it's easily replaceable. Now let's talk through my setup. The signal chain starts with this bass. This is an American professional P bass from Fender. The strings I'm using are DR high beams. From this bass, my signal is flowing into this Goodwood audio bass interfacer. This junction box is essentially splitting my bass lines into two, so a clean and an effects line. The reason I'm doing this is a lot of effects pedals you'll see can tend to cut out a bit of the low end depending on what you have, and it just gives front of house the ability to use all the low end that's still in your clean line to mix it with the effects. We've found that I can get all the clarity I want out of the effects while still keeping all the low end, which has been really good for us. So starting with my clean line that flows into this vintage compressor by TC Electronic. It then flows out of that and that comes out of my clean line. From there, the compressor also goes into the effects loop. The effects loop starts with this Ibanez TS9 tube screamer. From there onto the TC Electronic Mini Hall of Fame, which is just a reverb pedal, and then back into the junction box. The other thing the junction box is doing is sending a tuner out to this Ibanez Big Mini tuner. So that's an always on tuner. The other thing I'm able to do with the Goodwood audio bass interfacer, I'm able to mute both my clean and effects lines independently. There's a summing out, so you can just click a button and it all comes out of one output instead of two. And there's also a phase flip between the two lines as well. This is all powered by a one-spot power supply. And now onto the synth. I'm using a Behringer Model D module. This is being controlled by the Roland A300 Pro. We're also using an Akai MPD 218 for sampling. I'm using all of this in conjunction with Mainstage, so I'm able to control some sounds using this keyboard as well. And then we are doing some sampling stuff through Ableton as well, which goes through our tracks rig. Onto the whole Mainstage world, just got a MacBook Pro. It's then all being facilitated by a Motu Ultralight MK3. And then I also have DIs in this rack, just 3 stage bugs for my 3 lines, bass clean, bass effects, and then my synth. If you want more information about how I run my synth and all these other elements in a live context, we have another video available at worshiponline.com. That was an overview of the bass and synth gear I use live with Hillsong Young and Free. Now let's get into part 2, where I'll be breaking down how I've built an affordable pedalboard and how I'm using it to get quality sounds. Click the link below, enter your email, and we'll send that right over to you. See you there.